Hi Gravitrax fans, this is Chris with the Masked Marble. Today we're going to unbox the Gravitrax Starter Set Vertical. This is on the Vertical or Pro side of Gravitrax. There are 3 Pro starter sets that Gravitrax offers. This was the original, the Vertical. There are also 5 of the basic starter sets. But the Pro side of things adds height through pillars, walls, and balconies. And we'll take a look at those pieces and how they give you more height than the basic sets. So here's the balconies. You get 2 types of balconies. One is the double balconies, and you get 4 of those in this set. The double balconies, half of it will go on top of a pillar and the other half will stick out and you can put a tile on it. So that helps you build close to the pillars. Again, you get 4 of those. And about the only place you can find those double balconies is in the Vertical starter set. There's 4, and there's 4 in the Giant and 2 in the Extreme. And these are the single balconies. You get 16 of those, and they clip onto the walls. So where's those walls? Here they are. You get 3 widths of wall. You get the short or the narrow wall, 1 of those, 2 of the medium walls, and 2 of the long walls. The long walls cover 3 spaces, the narrow wall 1, and the medium wall 2 spaces. And those balconies kind of clip onto the walls in any of those holes, so they're height adjustable and allow you to put tiles on top of those balconies for the marbles to roll over. Now, there is some assembly required. These green clips go into the single balconies so that the balconies will actually snap into the walls and stay where you put them. And that's why Gravitrax Pro is usually recommended. I would recommend it for ages 10 and up, or for younger children who have good dexterity and finger grip, because you have to pinch this closed in order to mount or unmount it to or from a wall. So you pinch it, push it down, it stays, pinch it again, pull up, and it comes out. And you can put it in any of these holes, height adjustable. And the walls will then mount between pillars. So I'm not going to bore you by putting all 16 clips in, but you do have to assemble those green clips into the single balconies in order for them to be stable. Alright, what next? Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Well, there we go. Let's just, this is the magnetic cannon. Imparts new kinetic energy to a marble. Very cool. The launch pad, which can simultaneously launch 3 marbles with a finger press. That's how you get your marbles started in the marble run. You get 6 marbles. 3 of the silver, and then 1 each of 3 of the other colors. Red, green, and blue. It's red. Blue. And green. So you can have marble races between colors and cheer for your favorite color to win. Here we have the unique short Bernoulli rails. We get 2 straight, 3 left curve, and 3 right curve. These were introduced in the Vertical Pro starter set, but now are available in quite a few others, including the Light, the Speed, the Extreme, Giant, Vertical, and the Advent calendar. Very helpful though to go around corners of pillars. So like I said, 3 light, 3 right curve, 3 left curve, and 2 straight. And they usually drop about 3.5 tiles worth. Okay, you get curved pieces in here. How many? You get 28 curved, and the junction tiles, you get 4 of those, which is actually 1 more than the basic starter set. which is nice. You'll be using the curved tiles most of all. And then we have our regular track pieces, 3 of the long, which is par for the course, 6 of the medium tracks, they bridge 2 spaces, and 9 of the short tracks. That's the same number of tracks you would get in the basic starter set. You get 1 clear platform. Normally in a starter set you would get 2, but they only give you 1 in the starter set vertical. Next, we have some of the variety pieces, the kind of unique tile pieces. You get 1 3-in-1 or 1 3-way merge. And let's open up some of these inserts, these green pieces that work with them, because you're going to get 1 of these finish lines, and that's what you would use to help you know who won. If you race 3 different color marbles, they would end up in the finish line and tell you 1, 2, 3. Then there's 2 of these 2-way merges, which also double as switches when you put the switch insert in there. So most starter sets have 2 of these switches. Next we get a vortex. Most starter sets have 1 vortex, and so does this Vertical Pro starter set. You also get a landing pad with the landing pad insert. This is where your marble would end its marble run if you're not ending it in the finish line. You get 3 of these base tiles where the inserts go into. You get 2 of these catcher inserts, kind of act as ramps. 1 splash pad insert with divots for the marbles to sit in before they're hit by another marble. It's a good marble multiplier. And the free fall insert. Next we have some of our height tiles. These are the half height tiles, the black ones, and you get 9 of those in the vertical starter set. Normally you would get 12, but there's only 9 in this starter set. But this starter set has the pillars that most others don't. And you get 20 of the large height tiles. In the regular starter set you would get 40, and in the obstacle, speed, and in the obstacle and speed and extreme you would get 56. But what's unique is you get, instead of a whole bunch of the smaller height tiles, you get these pillars. So there's 2 kinds of pillars, and we have to assemble them all. There's solid pillars, and then there are pillars that have tunnels in them that are cool. Then you get the top and bottom piece. You get the 2 side pieces that are green, and then on the outside you put these outer shells. So all together you get 8 of these solid columns, solid pillars, and 4 of the tunnel columns. So these are the tunnels right there. So I will assemble 1 of each type so you can see how these go together. They use the same top and bottom, but they use different sides. So you've got a Y and a Z for the sides, and so these are the Y pieces, and they are used for the tunnel columns. So there's your bottom 2 sides, and you put this top piece on like that. It takes a little getting used to. You kind of have to juggle this and get it all just lined up. So hold it together, and then you snap the 2 outer shells in like this, and they'll snap together on the outside. The top overlaps like that, and the bottom like that. Snap it together, and there's your tunnel pillar. Again, you get 4 of those. Then you look for the Z pieces. it'll say Z there. Sorry, it's a little blurry in the video. Use the same top and bottom pieces with these. Put two of those together and use the same top piece as before. The top and bottom pieces are the same for both types of pillars. It's just the side walls that are different. Get that together and then put your solid column shell on the outside. Two pieces that snap together, and there's your solid pillar. And again, you get 8 of those. Now each pillar is the equivalent of 7 height tiles, so it gives you quite a bit of height. And here's the manual. Shows you how to put the pillars together. Shows you how to use the different pieces and what they all do. So it's worth going through. And then how to assemble the walls and balconies. What else is in here? There is a manual. This manual is unique. It's geared for the Vertical Pro pieces, and it shows you how to build some tracks with the pieces, with those pillars and walls and balconies. So it's a good primer on getting started building the marble runs with the Vertical Pro height pieces. What else is in here? Base plates. This is what you build everything on. You get 4 base plates, which is the same you would get in the basic starter set. And that's it for the Vertical Pro starter set Gravitrax Marble Run system. I thank you for joining me for this unboxing video. Be sure to check out my other unboxing videos and also my comparison videos where I compare the contents of various starter sets. What's in common between starter sets and what's different between them. Thanks for joining me. Again, my name is Chris. We'll see you next time on the Masked Marble.